Hello there and welcome. I'm Bob Proctor. I want you to stop and think of what you're doing, where you're going. Is it working? What am I doing? What works and what doesn't? We're living in crazy times today. Uncertainty is the new norm. Things are starting to change, and they're starting to change faster than ever before. We thought things were going to slow down. They're not slowing down. They're speeding up. What we have to learn to do is calm down. We have to look at our life and our world a lot more objectively than we have in the past. We've got to quit competing with each other and start cooperating with each other, coming together and help one another build our business or our practice. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a business owner, if you're a CEO of a company, or perhaps you're a professional and you want to build your practice or your company and move it into hyper growth, I want you to take a look at CEO Space. CEO Space is the trade show of the future. This place is just buzzing with people that come from all over the world, and they're watching their company go flying ahead. If it's capital they need, they find it here. If it's a key person in their organization to take them to the next level, they'll find it here. Whatever help a person may be looking for, it's here. Let me tell you how this works. We have what's called deal meals. That's right. Everyone comes together for meals, for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner. I may be sitting there coaching at a particular table with 10, 12 other people, and we're listening to what everyone's looking for, what they need. And if I think I can help them, we have these See Me cards. And I'll say, here, see me. And I put my name and influence down on what I do. And you're going to find other people doing that. And if I can help you, I'll tell you that I'm going to be putting on a presentation in the evening, and that's where we seal the deal. They're deal meals, and we seal the deal at night. I may have a meeting at 8 o'clock at night, another one at 10 o'clock at night. I may have another one at 12. You're seeing business going on here all the time. You're seeing millions of dollars in capital raised. You're seeing individuals learning how to take their company and really grow it. And it's because people are all working together. There's no competition. There's no one trying to upbeat the other person. But at the deal meals, people are coming together and they're listening. They're listening really carefully. You see, you hear with your ears, you listen with your emotions, and you let yourself get emotionally involved in the other person, what they're doing, what they're looking for, what they want to accomplish.
One of the really key factors, I think, that separates or differentiates CEO Space from other conferences or events is the meals. You know, you have the ability to walk into a ballroom of tables with all these internationally known speakers, trainings, and business gurus, and actually pick who you want to sit down and have dinner with. And having experienced that, it's a very engaging and non-threatening type of atmosphere where you're sitting down and breaking bread and really having, heart-to-heart, one-on-one conversation like you're there talking, to your spouse or your best friend. One of the real exciting things for me is being able to interact with people that I truly respect. I mean, certainly there's celebrities out there, rock stars and actors. I'm not a starstruck person, but I am struck by business rock stars to the likes of, Bob Proctor or Sharon Lechter, or people that I think have made a difference in admiring their books, works, and courses over the years. And being able to have that personal interaction with them and ask them, about certain elements of their success, and reaching out and shaking their hand and having, one-on-one intimate conversations about how I can grow my business and better my life has certainly been a blessing.
The CEO space has to be one of the most brilliant ideas that has ever come down the road. And it came together around 25 years ago. I was fortunate enough to be in the first meeting where it came together. It was Mark Victor Hansen and Jack Canfield from Chicken Soup, Bernie Dorman, Lee Poulos, Leland Valvanderwal. And we came together and we thought, what can we do to help business owners and individuals prepare for the crazy times that are coming? Alvin Toffler wrote a book, Future Shock, back around 1970. And I remember reading that book and thinking of what's coming. Wow, some of the predictions. Some of the predictions he made were far short of what actually happened. Well, he's come out again, and he's pointed out that the illiterate of the 21st century are not going to be the people who cannot read or write. They're going to be the people who cannot learn, unlearn, and then relearn. You see, if you want to take your business ahead, or your company, or your practice, you need help. Well, CEO Space is where you're going to find help.
It's a different world here. Most events that you go to, people are in competition with each other. It's kind of the nature of capitalism. And by the way, I love capitalism, but it's got a couple of flaws. It tends to be very competitive, and that has a couple of challenges. Here at CEO Space, people tend to be very collaborative. And I know it sounds like words at first, but when you get the meaning of that and when you understand what the implications are, it means that instead of people trying to figure out what can I get out of this meeting with this person, you're trying to figure out what can I give. In fact, one of the common catchphrases that you hear here is, what do you do and how can I help you? And it might sound corny, but really when everyone's trying to help each other, magic happens. And there are many opportunities for this to happen, because it's not just walking around the corridors that people say this, but we have meals together, 3 meals a day, obviously breakfast, lunch and dinner, where you sit at each other's table and you literally ask that, what do you do and how may I help you? And it's astounding the cross-collaborations that will come up and the cross-fertilizations of ideas, and how people can in fact utilize their skill sets and their contacts and their experience to help other people. And you create greater things than were there before. It's one of those items where the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. In addition to the meal sessions, we have trade shows like we've got going on right now. You can possibly see in the background, or certainly hear the noise. There's a lot going on. It's one of the most fun events I go to, and I say this with a bit of experience because I've been at events like this in over 30 countries. I've traveled the world. I think a lot of you know I've completed more than 100 laps around the world. So I've seen it all. And for me, the top attitude to have is a collaborative attitude, and it happens here at CEO Space.
You know, I work on some of the largest stages in the world. I work all over the world for some of the largest corporations. There isn't a country that I don't go into today. And that's the way it is with all the other people on the faculty here. We come with one idea in mind. We want to help you build your business. The beautiful part about CEO Space, you pay once and you can go forever. You come here for an entire week and it goes on 5 times a year. A week, 5 times a year. Now you may be thinking, well, I couldn't take that much time away from my business. You don't have to take the time away from your business. You can do whatever business you have to do through the day. You attend the deal meals. If there's a particular class that you want to catch where you really learn something, it's all on the schedule. You can take that. We have just every kind of a business, every kind of an entrepreneur, a professional that you're going to find. Some of the top corporate executives in the world are here mentoring, coaching, helping people get what they need to make things happen. Do you know, I have been in the business of personal growth now for just a little over 50 years. I am probably one of the senior members in this particular industry. It's not only what you know, it's who you know. And the beautiful part about the $1 Million Forum it makes all kinds of great connections. And I have found most successful people are very eager to help other people.
The team that's there for them to work with. You couldn't assemble a team like this anywhere else, could you?
Oh, no, no. You couldn't buy these people with money. We've got Jack Canfield. He's the best in the country with self-esteem. We've got Mark Victor Hansen, who's just, he's a fountain of ideas. We've got Dr. Lee Poulos, he's recognized all over the world, psychologist for the work he's done. John Swanton. We've got Bernie Dorman, who is absolute genius. We've just got some phenomenal instructors work with us. I'll sit down with someone if I'm talking to them on a one-to-one basis, and I'll say, just trust me, come. Because if at the end of it, you are not completely satisfied that we've delivered more than we said, we will give you every cent of your registration fee back. I have never found anything, or I've never seen anything like CEO Space. I'm involved in a CEO Space right now. There's hundreds of people here from all over the world, and they're helping each other build a company. You know, when I hear somebody wants something, I just fill in this card and it says, see me, and I give them my information. And then we get together and we start talking about how we can work together and how we can really make things happen. Bernie Dorman is a bit of a genius. He's put something together here and he's maintained it for over 25 years. People come from all parts of the world. Where else could you go and get this kind of leadership, this kind of help? I can tell you there is nowhere else you can go. I've been around business and I've been around the world too often, for too long, over a long period of time. I can tell you from a personal perspective and from a professional perspective, there's no other place like this. If you're looking at a way that you can renew yourself, renew the ideas, find the help you need, find the capital you need, or possibly you want to invest, this is the place to do it. It's all happening here, and it's happening at the Deal Meals. It's such a phenomenal idea. 3 times a day, you get together with people and you start to hear what's going on. And then you have meetings at night and you cut the deals. That's where the deals are sealed. This is, without question, a place for you if you really want to take your business into hyper-growth. We are living in different times. There is just absolutely no question about that. We are never going back to the way it used to be. As a matter of fact, all indicators is that this change that we're experiencing is going to speed up. The beautiful truth is, when you're in business today, you're in a global business just like that. It's not on the corner store, it's not regional, it's not national, it's not international, it's global today. And that's the way it is here in CEO Space.
CEO Space is not just a tremendous opportunity, it's a network of opportunity. Since I've been here, and I promise you, I never knew anything like this existed, but the connections that you make and the relationships that you build are relationships that you don't have to go through secretaries and calling people and missing opportunities and missing people, none of that. You literally are connecting with the CEOs of different companies, and you all are talking direct, you're making good business relationships, you're making good friendships, and it's been most effective. I've just joined the Platinum program, and I promise you, the connections that I've made within that program are phenomenal. If you are debating about being a part of CEO Space, don't debate. Was I skeptical in coming? I was a little, but not much, because I was more curious than anything. But when I got here, I promise you, it exceeded every expectation that I had and everything that I had been told. Nobody can really, not even myself, can articulate or tell you what the experience really is. You have to experience it for yourself. But if you are a visionary, if you are serious about your business, if you're serious about your goals, if you're serious about training, and learning how to be trained. I promise you, CEO Space is where you want to go. Trust your instincts. You don't know me, so I can't say trust me. But what I will say is this: trust what you're feeling right now, and trust the words that are literally coming out of my mouth. And understand that this is the opportunity that you cannot miss. Most people miss great opportunities. I'm telling you, from me to you, don't miss the opportunity.